He'll see other people if other people are monitoring you.
Yeah, the kids just don't. If things get complicated, just keep the screen like this.
Right. I got his.
11:45, bro.
Is that a good angle? Good angle? Just make sure not to press end. Okay. We'll work on the 7. This is very important. Computer. Oh, no.
Yankov.
Yes.
Somebody wants to know what I'm saying on, what this address is.
I think is. How do you get it?
Yeah.
It's a website called the Online Yeshiva. I think you really need a link.
Well,
I just don't know.
You don't know it.
I can give him Majeski's number if that helps. You can ask Majeski. They sent out an email to our sign kids how to get on. The email had a button you can press to get on. You don't have the email on that button, I'm not sure.
What's the name? It's Zoom. There's not Zoom. Is it Zoom?
No.
What is this?
It's a website called the Online Yeshiva.
Yeah, give me his number, Majetski's number. Yaakov?
Yes.
Give me Majetski's number.
Number is 516.
That's what I was going to get. Yeah.
516.
Numbers. 516
659 2636.
636. Okay, that's the end of that. Now the next shear at 1:30. Get it for a second.
He's on at 12, yeah. We're going to a neighborhood. We're going to take Russ's laptop to a neighborhood. We were doing like, my mother has like a hotspot on her phone. It's a very short connection. Put pause on it. Someone with their Wi-Fi.
is this? This is for.
It's been about 200 people for sure.
So how many you pay there?
So 300 different viewers, but a lot of this, you can see the people that are watching, I'm just 4 people watching per night. Whole family watches together. We've got like 170, 180 different cameras, but a lot of them are 300, 400 people. A lot of them are struggles.
What's your father's take on this whole, what's your take? What's your take?
I'm just
What
enjoying it.
are you supposed to learn from this?
What did Rabbi say?
I like to know, but sometimes stress is so bad, but there's always stress, and we don't know doesn't mean you won't get, but whatever it is, it's, I guess it's a big, why is it now for the FaceTime, like, it just must be some message.
Why so close off though?
Oh, that's right. The first thing I was listening to something. I was saying depression, but he's saying Bahala, what is it? But the other hand, you have to. My thing is just, focus on what you can do for somebody else. Okay, but yeah, but on the other hand, just have to. No big happiness, The father told me it's
He's on in a minute.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna move over here. Some people are on, I think. No. Yeah, one. Somebody's on.
They're broadcasting it on their website.
I know what you mean. I know one.
1,950.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that I heard. Yesterday, about 55 or 60.
On this or on the website?
Yeah, well, I agree. Bidi, I'm addressing the Kila at 8:30. So if you want to write the speech, if you don't, I'll do it. But if you want to write the speech, I like it. Belsky liked the idea. Belsky, Bart Belsky. He sends out to the Kila.
He said to do it.
He didn't say to do it. I said, I'm going to do it. And he liked the idea. It was your idea, Bidi? Like all good ideas emanate from the emphasis. Okay.
He didn't do it on paper.
Oh, I hope I get 45 more minutes. We turned it on 10 minutes early, but still under an hour. Okay. It's 11:45, a quarter to 12. Baruch Hashem, I see at least someone's listening. And I say to you, good morning, and thank you again. Mitzvah Hashem, I'll share with you another Ketzois. I wish I had more time to prepare this year, but I've been very, very preoccupied with many, many things, and I'll do my best. I would like to begin back with the Gemara in Bava Metzia, the Tosfos in Bava Metzia, very relevant to the discussion. We were speaking about Zachim Adam Shelo B'fanav. Zechia. So yesterday we studied the Ketzois, and Zechia is mitam shlichos, like Tosfos Shita, that by virtue of being a privilege someone else, you become a shliach. Is it because Bidi, I'm on? Bidi, I'm on now. I'm giving the shir now. I'm on now. I'm giving the shir. So is it because of Anan Sadi, like Rashi and Taisa say, that he would, if he would do it, but the Ksais is from we pass like Abayi, Shlomi Das, Shlicha Shlomi Das. So Ksais says either it's Misham Yad, Shlichas is not Mitam Zechiyah, or alternatively, it's Exeris HaKasav, which is Mitam Shlichas. Now, if we focus on the Gemara B'Metzia Daf Chav Beis, the Gemara says that, the Gemara says, how could you, the Shliach, be Mafresh Truma Shalom Midaitai? Because, so it's a raya, Gemara brings a raya to Rava, that Shlichas Shalom Midas have a Shliach. Just like Yir Shalom Midas, since if he would know, he would do it. So just like Yir Shalom Midas have a Yirush, Shlichas Shalom Midas have a Shlichas. So the Gemara Rava answered Abaye, and he said he made him a Shliach. He made him a Shliach. He made him a Shliach. And the Gemara, our Girsa, Rambam has a different Girsa, but our Girsa is, it must be he made him a Shliach. Because if he didn't make him a Shliach, then it wouldn't be Truma. Because it's a special din by Truma. Atem Atem Amrachmana, Rabbi Shluchachem. We have a pasuk. Atem Rabbi Shluchachem, Matem L'Daitchem. Just like when you do it with your own knowledge. Av Shluchachem L'Daitchem. Your shliach also only does it with his knowledge. So Eloch Maiskin. So that's the proof. According to our Girsa, that you go to Shav Shliach. He made him a shliach. V'amalei Zil Tram. So he made the shliach, but he didn't tell him which quality to give. Lo amalei Trameani. So we don't know what he meant. Istami the balabayis. Normally, if you don't know what the balabayis does, you give beininus. You assume he's average. You tell me beininus would talk. But this guy, if he would give beininus, it wouldn't be a shaila. He made him a shliach to do truma, and he did the truma. V'azal Iyun, and he went with Tarmi Yafais and Bo balabayis. And Matzavam like Hachitzel Yafas. Vavais, when he saw him, he said, "Why did you take better?" Now, when he said, "Why didn't he take better?" Did he mean it seriously, or is he being sarcastic? So the Gemara says, "You know, in Nimtzu Yafas, man, if they really are better, then we know that he is happy with what you did." So it's Truma so Truma. Now here we have a situation. He made him a shliach to be mafresh. But the shliach did a certain thing, and we don't know if he made the shlichus for that. So later on, we found out. So does this work by virtue of zechiyah shlichus? So look what Taisus is. A very fascinating Taisus here. Quickly, it says in this Mishnah in Trumas that yesh yafis mehem. It's Toseft in Trumas that yesh yafis mehem. If indeed there were better ones, so we know he means it. So he didn't mean sarcastic, you ganiv. He meant to say, why don't you give even better? So he knows he's happy when he gave the not so great. So Taisus staminami mitchile. 1 second. But now he said it. How do you know he meant it before? How do you know that he meant the best before? Now it's a mystery. Is Taisus going in the Havamina, according to Rava? Is Taisus going to Maskana? I suggest to you it's a machlekes the Nachlas David and the Mamshif. What Taisus is going on? The Mitchila Ayadait okay. If later on he was happy with it, so earlier he's happy with it. So Taisus says, how can you assume that? Now he's happy. How do you know he was happy with it when he made him a shliach? Maybe then he wasn't happy. Maybe hours ago, when that guy gave Tuma, it's unusual. So just because he said later that I'm happy, maybe later he was happy and he wasn't before. And Rabbi said, when it comes to an Aveda, see, an Aveda that people give up on, no sim. So we say Yishlomi Das. That means if there's no simon, so he would have given up. But let's say the Aveda has a simon. And when he heard about it, he said, I give up. So we don't say, Lemafreya, he gave up already. We don't say that because we say he just meant it from that now. But before he didn't mean it. That's because it's something that we assume that's going to be. But if something that we don't assume, Something with a simon. And later, when he hears, he gives up. So you don't say Yishlav, that's Haviyush, because it's not normal. So here, why didn't you say the same thing by Truma, since it's not normal to give such good quality? So how can you assume he meant it before? So Taisus answers, Shani Ocha came the Chazin by the Nichalei Hashta. Since he's Nichalei Hashta, even though it's unusual, I'm Nichalei Mishum Mitzvah. Oh, Mishum Mitzvah. Mishum Mitzvah. This is like the Gra quotes from the Gemara Kiddushin, that the whole susha of Truma is no good. Mishum Mitzvah. Taisus, when it's a mitzvah, even though later on he agreed, so we assume he agreed before. So that's the Shakla V'Tar the Gemara with the Taisus. Now I'll study. We have about half hour, a little more, to study the Ketzos in Reish Mem Gimel Sif Katan Hey. Simin Reish Mem Gimel Sif Katan Hey. This is the famous Ketzos. Every yeshiva bacha knows this Ketzos. It's the famous Trumas Hadeshin quoted in the Ramah and the Taz. Because of the Trumas Hadeshin, Simon Kuf Peiches. Trumas Hadeshin is one of the great Paiskim Harishonim. Much of the Shulchan Aruch is based on this sefer called Trumas Hadeshin. Zelashan, Isha Balas Abayis, Lasha Lamashres Shala Isa. It's dough of the Balas Abayis. And the Meresh Shareses needed the dough. She went out before she was maf. And what happened is, the Kodem Shechazra, before the Balas Abayis came back, usually the Shareses needs it, and the Balas Abayis is maf Shchala. Before she returned, the Schamza Isa called Sarka. The Isa became chametz. It leavened. The dough leavened. If you leave it too long, it gets ruined. Everybody bakes challah knows you leave it till it leavens, and then you have to bake it. If you wait till the Balas Abayis comes back to calculate. You can't wait. So later the Trumas Hadeshin is going to argue who says you can't bake it before you mafresh challah. So bake it, and she'll be mafresh when she comes back. But we're assuming now that we don't want to bake it. It's supposed to be mafresh challah when it's still dough. Shil kach wrote some shareses mafresh challah. Mishares just wants to do mafresh the challah. Beli rishus balas abayis, without permission, by virtue, guys, of zachil la'adam. Shari l'mev hachi olav. This was his question. Now remember, this is a tremendous chus, because the dough will get ruined if you're not mafresh now. Shuva, he paskins, the Shabbat b'amnu. Fine, you can be mafresh challah mishareses, and he's going to build it on zachin la'adam shal b'fanav. He came to miskalkel, since it's going to get ruined if you don't do it now. Again, he wants to fix it when it's still dough. Zuchus ula balabayis, it's the zuchus to the balas abayis. Bekaim zechim mitam shlichus is Rabbi. Zechi is mitam shlichus. So it's a merit, something good for the balas abayis. So shluchal, you become a shliach by virtue of zechiyah. Achinami am sharesis la shlucha filo shalom idaita tamzu sulom la filo ein kan shash kilkoisa. And he says, hey, you know what? It's a zechus, even if the isa won't get ruined. See, in our case, it's really a zechus. Isa get ruined, but then he passes like the Taz passes. That even if it won't get ruined, it's still a zechus. The Balas Abayis is happy with your being mafresh challah. The Gemara in Chulin is mashma not that way. Ba'afagav, is that a zechus, even if the dough wouldn't get ruined? Ba'afagav, the mini pekam with the Chulin. Dam l'shlucho, say utrom. I sent the shliach to be mafresh truma. And then somebody else heard it, he did it. So you say, what's a zechus for me? I told someone to do it. Why can't someone else do it? It's not good truma, so why not? So become a holy day love. So why don't you say zachin lada? Here, nothing will get ruined, but you obviously want your shlich to be mafresh. So why can anybody else be mafresh by virtue of zachin lada shel b'fan? So it gives a good answer. Trumas Hadeshin. This is all Trumas Hadeshin. The davka asam dikalmeir das babes the shlucha davka yitro. He only wants a shliach to do it because he knows my personality. He knows how much I give. The other guy has no idea. So when I tell him to do it, I want only him to do it. There's a good reason. He knows if I'm stingy or generous or average. Avol. So there, I want him to do it and no one else. But Afroshas Chala, everyone gives the same. We're all tamei. So the Chala, you just take a kazayas. Afroshas Chala is manzeh. Takosh into kazayas. We take a kazayas, v'lisraf, and we burn it. So there's no kapeda. See, when it comes to truma, Yikir is mafresh. But Chala today, it's of ein lama klal kapeda. Now he brings a little bit of a proof, funny proof. Normally you're learning gittin. You can't be zoich a get for a wife. It's not as chus. Zoich and losh be zoich a get for the person's wife. You can't do that. But the Gemara is a shalom Yavamis, the end of Yavamis. Parkisha Shalom. By Talmud, I think it's Kufyat Chesed and Beis. Hamazakal Ishta b'makam Yava. And as he's dying, and he wants that she shouldn't fall to Yibum, so then the get is a chus. Because if he dies, she'll fall to Yibum. Oh, b'makam kitata, they're in a big fight. So then it's a chus for the lady. She wants to get the muchbed Hassam. It's clear in Yavamis that Hassam, he has chus yamoyel. She's not in the shlo b'fanav. So he means, I guess, the Tumas Adesh. If zachin lo b'shlo, if it would be his chus for women to receive a get, so then you could zeich for the woman a get. So why can't you be mafresh truma? What's the difference between divorce? So, see, it's funny, he quotes this here in Yavamis. We know Zachin Lad Mishal B'fanav, the Gemara Subis, Matbilim Ger Katan. Like, what did he see more in that Gemara in Yavamis that we already know Zachin Lad Mishal B'fanav? So he's bringing, maybe it even works by Gittin. Maybe that's what he's bringing. And it's not only the Rabbanon, it even works by Gittin. What the Afroshas Chala. If Zachalad Mishlo B'fanav could work by Gittin, it could work by Chal. Then he asks for Hasugi in Bab Metzi. Yikashalocha, the Tanya B'Beis the Metzi. The Tom Shlomi Das Trumas Truma. Hashematzav Amalei Balabais. The guy took mafresh Truma without permission of the Balabais. And the Balabais said, Klach Eitzel Yafas. He said these three famous words, Klach Eitzel Yafas. He said, Klach Eitzel Yafas. Lo shavi shliach, so lo shavi shliach. It doesn't work. You should be in shluch chachem dumyat atem. You need shluch chachem dumyat atem. Matem ledaitchem. Remember the Gemara in the Maskana said you need das. By truma you need das. Even though you see that what better ones said klachel yafas. It doesn't work by truma. Because by truma you need atem ledaitchem, so by chala you should say the same thing. So that's the Tadesim's kasha. He's saying you be mafresh truma without das, by virtue of zechia mitam shlichus. But there you see that zechia doesn't work. Matem ledaitchem avshluchachem ledaitchem. That even if according to Rava, that if you hold Yish, Rava leave that by. So there it helps. Why does it help? The Shavlei Shliach. If it was not Shavlei Shliach, the Gemara says Achanami Mistavra, that wouldn't even help according to Rava, because you need Shliach, it needs L'daitchem. So why is Chala different? So he says an amazing answer. Here he says an amazing answer. It may be not like the Tosfos we studied. Lo dami. Can't compare it klal. You know why? Because there we don't know when he did it. The Trumas Hasheshin holds to be zechus, you have to know it's a zechus when you're doing it. If you find out later, it doesn't help. See, if you know it's a zechus, this is what he's going to answer. If you know it's a zechus when you're doing it, Pasha Zechia applies. You have to know it's a zechus. If you find out it's a chus later, even though you say, well, retroactively, I know it was a chus, but things, if we didn't know it was a chus, then it doesn't work. Zechia doesn't work. Lo damikla. When he did it, you don't know it's nichale. We only found out later when he said klach chizl yafos. Later was nichale, then he was nichale. Either we heard from him or we saw from him. You want to say, well, since lady wanted it, so say, shliach, hello, that doesn't work. In other words, to be a shliach, to be zechia, you have to know when you're doing it. It's here, you find out later it was a zechus before, so that can work that can work with shlichus. But it can't work with zechia, because to be in the parsha of zechia, you have to know it's a zechus when you're doing it. So that, have you doing that to him? If you know it's a zechus when he did it, so that's like a 10. That's called a daitchem. And inside he folks taste the shloshim. And inside you have a hacha michale. I say, hey, Rabbi, that only works according to Rava. We're saying, well, he would want it now, but he doesn't know about it. So he's saying, well, if you know it's a zechus when he does it, then it works with zechiyah. Now here by challah, we know it's a zechus when you're doing it. You can't find out later that it's zechus and say l'mafreya. Later it was a zechus, l'mafreya it's a zechus. That's what the Trumas Hadesh. So Trumas Hadesh is saying a big yisoid, both sides, that Salchin Ladim Shloba Fanav doesn't help to find out later it was a zechus. If we know it was a chus when you do it, here by challah, when you mafish the challah, you know it's a chus. The Ketzai says in Yeridea, in the Ramah, Pasak, the Shareses, Kedivei Trumas Hadesh. It's a Ramah. Paskins, in this case of the Mishareses, if the dough is going to get ruined, you can fix it. Over Tashon Kosev, Tileko Kilko. Trumas Hadesh wrote that. Even if in the case there was a kilkol, so then it's an emergency. For some reason, you have to mafresh it before you bake it. The Taz says it's chus anyway. If it's not a kilkol, because it's a chus to be mafresh truma for the balus habayis. Mahani afresh mishareses. So the Ketzai says it's hard to dintzach Trumas Hadeshin and a Ramona Taz. He knows his small value. Laharer to question it's bad enough he wants to argue with the Trumas Hadeshin, but there are more the Taz Paskin like him. So let's learn the Tzosis, other Rishonim that don't hold like this Trumas Hadeshin. They hold that there's no Zechiyah when you're taking Truma from someone else. And take challah from someone else, it's not zechiyah. Zechiyah won't work there. And we'll see in the Tzos why. He's going to argue on the Trumas Hadeshin and the Ramah and the Taz that you can't take truma from someone's challah, even though it's a zechus, and you know it's a zechus of the owner. I'm in Darm discussion Marash. See, the Gemara is a shayla. If I want to fix somebody else's truma, I'm a good guy, and you have tevel, and I want to take my wheat and fix your tevel. So can I do it without your agreement? Is it a zechus or not? You need das, the knowledge of the agreement of the owner. It's a zechus. So why do I need his agreement? Or maybe not. Maybe he wants to do the mitzvah himself. See, the Gemara in Nedarim is only mesupek. Is it a benefit? Is it a zechus? Not a zechus. But if it be a zechus, you would be able to take your truma and fix the other guy's table. The Gemara is mesupek in Nedarim if it's a zechus or not. Fake the Rashba, Kashali, the Shlichus, Lavni did Nicha lay, oh no Nicha lay. See, the Matem Ledaitchem, Achluchachem Ledaitchem. So the Rashba asks, the Gemara in Nedarim wants to know if it's Nichale. And if it's Nichale, you can do it. We learned is Exeris HaKasav. Like the Marba Mitzircha Beis we studied, Matem Ledatchem, because we know now. Here's a case of the Rashba where we know at this moment this is a chus, the Teidelachah. So it brings a raya from that Gemara Chulin that the Trumas Hadesh quoted. You told your friend, save the Trum, Matzo Tarum, and then somebody fixed it. I don't know, it's a little different Gemara. You made a shliach to fix it, and you found it fixed, and you don't know if the shliach fixed it. So machlokes, if you assume that the shlich carried out his shlichus, afraid somebody else heard, like we learned earlier, term, you can't do it. So it's a raya that you need das. You can't use zechia. You can't say, well, he wants it. He's going not like the Trumas Hadesh. You assume he wants anyone to fix it. You got to make him a shliach. So that's the Rash B'stira. Rash B'stira is, how can it help over here with the fact that the guy's nicha? It helps, but you see, you need shlichus by truma. So the Rashba answers the difference if it's his own, you're fixing his own, or you're using your wheat. Whose wheat are you fixing the other guy's truma? Yeshlam. The Torah Mishalo al Shal Chaveiro Shani. If I'm fixing your wheat, your tevel with my wheat, the Gemara Nedarim, Torah Mishalo Shal Chaveiro Shani, Lo Bina Shlucha L'Daita. You don't need shlichus l'das. You don't need it. Ela b'tam shel balakriya balakri. Rashba says, if I want to take your wheat and fix your wheat, then you got to be shlichus. L'daitcha. But I'm taking my wheat, then I can do it without your das, as long as it's a chus. And in those cases, the Gemara Chulin and the Shailin and the Darim, you're using the other guy, using the other guy's wheat. When I'm taking my wheat to fix your wheat, it's not the balakri. I'm using my own wheat. You don't need shlichus. All you need is a chiyah. Rabbi say the Rashba is making a chiluk if you're fixing it with your own or someone else's. Then you can use chus. Again, the Rashba is making a chiluk. If you're using your own wheat to fix the other guy, if it's a chus, it's okay. You don't need shlichus. You become a shlich. But if I'm using the other guy's wheat, then it doesn't help. But let's say you say it's not his chus. I want to do the mitzvah myself, then you can't do it. But this is a chus, you can do it. So in the Rashba, now he quotes Taisus, we're going to soon see the lumdis why. Maybe not beferish in the but we'll soon see the lumdis why the difference is if I'm using my wheat to fix your wheat, your tevel, I'm using your wheat. You can't cause the touch of in the dark. Same as the Rashba. Imkain. Item Shares says, the story of the Tumas Hadesh, and whose dough was it? I'm not taking my dough, I'm using your dough, so he doesn't have it. He's proving from Tais in the Rashba, not like the Tumas Hadesh, but I can only fix your stuff if it's a chus, if I'm fixing it with my wheat, my stuff. But with your dough, even the chus won't help you, need shlichus. The beparshas chalam, the afresh, the mefareshes chalam, the case meshareses, the shababais, ein bazeh mishum chus. You don't sus, the laminin zachin le adam shlo b'fanav. You only say zachin le adam shlo b'fanav. Echad the zach amakabel. The makabel, the receiver, is the ezed davar. I'm being zeicha something for you. Zachin le mishlo b'fanav means I can be zeicha. I can acquire something for you. Mazaka chayfetz leplani. Mazaka get leishtai. Even that gemara yavamis. I'm being zeicha the get for the woman. I can receive the get. I'm being zeicha an object for the women. Zeicha isha beget. A mafresh mishalai. If I'm mafresh mishalai, I'm being zeicha for you the truma. A mafresh balabayis. Mafresh balabayis. I'm not being zeicha anything for you. Ein says chus. That's no chus. Elani chus. You say, well, you're willing for me to do it. So what? Ika. You need the daitchen. And k'tzais. This is the end. Rabbi said the side of the k'tzais. That now, what does the k'tzais mean? So the k'tzais is making a distinction. If it's my wheat, I'm being zeicha something for you. But I can't take your wheat just because you want me to do it. You need shlichus to take yours. The veld. The veld says that the pshat nektzais is, you say in one word, everyone knows, zachin la'adam and not zachin mei adam. Zachin la'adam. So the definition of zechus is I can be zeicha something for you, but not zachin mei adam. So it's not zachin mei adam. That's the way they say it. You can't say zachin mei adam. Why not? So I think the way I understand the tzais is the din of zechia means I can be zeicha something for you. Now the Gemara Subas, you always wonder, ger katan, what are you being zeicha to the ger? Ger kat matvil mos adas bested. What are you being zeicha for him? So you say, well, Yiddishkeit is becoming a Yid. So you're being zeicha for him. It's not an object. See, zachin la'adam doesn't necessarily have to be an object, but you're being zeicha for him. So why can you say I'm being zeicha for him to fix his challah? In other words, the Gemara in Subis to me is not so simple as you side of this size. We're making a chiluk between other people's wheat, which Taisus and the Rashba make. And we're saying, no, you can't use the chiyah if you're using the guy's wheat, because you're not being zeicha anything for him. So when you be toivel a ger, what are you being zeicha for the ger? I guess you're being zeicha something. You're being zeicha is either some say maybe das, zeicha das, the das to become a yid, or the Yiddishkeit. You're being zeicha him to become a Jew. So this is, we have a machlekes rishonim, Rabbi say. If you know it's a zechus, see the Turas Hadeshin, how do you answer this theoris of daitchem? The Gemara B'Metzias says you need daitchem. So the Turas Hadeshin holds, if you know it's a zechus, then, so that's called the daitchem. Turas Hadeshin holds that ma'atem le daitchem. We learned the Gemara B'Metzias by Truma and Chali, you need das. So Tumas Hadeshin says what you need das means you have to know, then when you're doing it, it's a zechus. If you find out later, even though we learned in Taisus, when it comes to a mitzvah, if later he was nichalei, he must have been nichalei before. He must have, but it doesn't matter. Since we didn't know when you did it that it's chus for you, you can't say zechiyah. If you don't know when you're doing the mice, it's chus for the guy, you don't enter the parsha zechiyah. That's how the Tumas Hadeshin is. Rash and Tosfos, they hold, these Rishonim, they hold that it's totally, if you're being zeicha, acquiring something, Parsha of Zechia is acquiring something for the guy. If you want to take something from somebody, even though it's likes it, he's very happy, you need shlichus. The Parsha Zechia is only being acquiring something for a person. Then you have the Parsha Zechia. As the Welt, as the Rosh Yeshivas call it, not Zachin Mei Adam. There's no Parsha Zechia if you Zachin Mei Adam, even though he wants it. The guy wants it. So you can be a Shliach. You can be a Shliach, but you can't use Zechia. So that's the main point. This great machlokes Rishonim. So he says, well, the Ramah and the Tas, Pascal like Tumas Hadeshin, he has another approach to this sugya. Now, it's very nogeya. At Taisus we studied at the beginning, was Taisus going into Avamina before Shavlei Shliach or after Shavlei Shliach? When Taisus says, but Mishum Mitzvah was Nicha later, was Nicha before. Is he going that should work with Zechia? Was he going Shlish? Was he going, well, you can learn Shlichas. Now we can learn like Rava. Shluchai, Shliach Shlomidas, Havi Shliach. You don't need Zechia. Hold like Rava. Here's Shlomidas how he is. So Shlicha Shlomidas, those Shlichas. We know later that he wanted it, and we know later that he would have made him a Shliach. We didn't know yet that this din of Zechia doesn't work. We didn't know that Havamina, Ashluchachem L'daitchem. So I always claim that this whole Ksais depends on how you learn that Tosfos, but you have to be ma'ayin yourselves. Now the Ksais ends with this whole business. Why is it an emergency? The mafresh challah, bake it, and then be mafresh challah. Every so often, almost every many weeks, a woman calls me, oh, I forgot to be mafresh challah, and I baked the challahs. So I say, so what? You can be mafresh after you bake the challahs. This happens all the time to women. The gamash comes to Sudesh. Shukilka Isa. It's considered a chus because the dough will get ruined. Remember, in that case, the dough already leavened, became chametz. If you wait, it'll get ruined. It's chus. Lo yavanti. As we always paskin, even after you can bake it, you can be mafresh challah. It's you say what's mitzvah soibis. It's better to do it be'isa. It's also be'isa. If she's not there, like what's the rush? So he's saying, okay, he agrees it's a mitzvah to do it when you need it. Why? Because maybe it's reason makdimim, whatever. You be mafresh after that. So the Tzai gets back, so he wonders what was that whole emergency? Because if she's not there, she shall do it later. There's no emergency. Now that we have another answer to this steers, that the reason why Zechia works is only if I'm using my own wheat, but I can't use Zechia to take your wheat and fix your truma. Like we learned earlier, that Zechus only works when I'm being Zech something for you. I can't take your thing and fix it with the pash of Zechia. In Kenyan, the low tafish so that the Ksai says, no, you can't rely on the Ramah. Tafish Mishareshes. In Tekalkala Isa, let's say Tekalkala Isa. So bake it. Ksai says, no problem. So even it's going to get ruined, bake it. Tafish Babas Acher Afir. So the Ksai says, I was simple, even if it's going to get ruined. But Zechia doesn't work. So bake it, and when the Balabayas she'll be mafish. Hayodas is given first Mishal Balabayas. So that's Tzai's Shita arguing to Tumas Hadesh and the Ramah, the Taz based on the Rashba. Then we do Tzais bin Nazir, and we have a little sugya that you base in Nazir. The Tzais bin Nazir that you base the Hikshu, but Isha is a shliach lechaverta. There's a sugya over here. Isha is a shliach lechaverta shetafish chala achar alisha. See, Rabbi said, it says in Nazir, you can't make a shliach, just like you can't make a kinyan and a davar shalom b'liyanam. You can't make a shliach on something that's not in the world yet. Now, you can't be mafresh chala till the lisha. You can't mafresh chala till you need it. So you made a shliach before you needed it. Now, you're making a shliach and a davar shalom b'liyanam. And you can't make a shliach when Nazir is mashma. It's not clear anymore. It means you can't or you don't want to. But you don't make a shliach, therefore chala achar halish. Who davar shalom b'liyanam came with a shliach kodem halish ein sham. So the Tzai says you're going to make a shliach to be mad. The Taisa says you can appoint a shliach to be mafresh your chala after the lisha because you're making a shliach and a davar shalom b'liyanam. So you guys never heard of this. A shliach davar shalom b'liyanam. Just like you can't make a kinyan a davar shalom b'liyanam, you can't appoint a shliach appoint. That's mashma the Gemara Nazir. That's a machlekes achreinim, the Mishnah Melech, halacha, but that's what we assume. That's why I'm always afraid when we sell chametz, to make the Rav shliach to sell chametz, don't buy anything if you make a shliach. Because if you're going to buy something after you make me a shliach, then you're importing me a shliach to sell something that's davar b'li'olam that you didn't own when you made me a shliach. The e-name is up to the size. The Lord being klal das alabayas, if you would like the Trumas Hadesh. That's zechus. You know it's a zechus when you're mafresh. The Balav Sabayis appointed you a shliach to fix it after the lisha. That shlichus doesn't work. But you know then, at that moment, you are aware that the Balav Sabayis wants it. I'm sure zechusu, people below kilgoisa, like the Taz, in Kilo Garnish, as shliach. He'll ask the shliach klal. You should be outside. She should not go bekach. Taisis apella, Taisis the noying. So Tzai says, what's wrong? She's appointed shliach. You know she wants it. She read the chalakulim shalom. A mashma. So what do you see here? Zechia doesn't work. You need shlichas because you're taking the challah from the balabaisis down. Tais in Nazir also follows l'shita. Tais nedarim the kol shemafresh from balabais and the zechus. That's not zechus. When you're taking from the person, that's not called zechus. Zechus means being zeicha for the person. The courage to argue the Ramah and the Taz because of this Taisis in Nazir, Taisis in Rash and Nidarim. So, in summation, thank you, Rabbi Shai, for those that join me learning another classic Tzais. The question is, why does Zechia work? It's a steer of the Gemara Nidarim and the Gemara Bab Metzia. The Gemara Mamtzia says, by Truma, you need shlichus. You can't use zichus. The Gemara Nedarim says, I can fix your Truma even by virtue of Zechiyah. So it's a stira. So Trumas Hadeshin answers that you could use Zechiyah, but you have to know it's a zechus when you do it. The Gemara Nedarim, you know it's a zechus when you're doing it. So the Trumas Hadeshin is not differentiating between my wheat or your wheat. That's the Trumas Hadeshin sheet. As long as you know it's a zechus when you're doing it, we have the parsha of Zechiyah, and you can do it. So then we have the Pesach of the Ramah, and you can fix the lady's challah as long as we know it's chus, even though you're taking her challah. But the Tzais brings Tyson Rashba, and Rai from a Tyson Nazir, that if I'm fixing your thing, I'm taking your wheat or your dough to fix yours, then Zechiyah doesn't work. As the Rosh Yeshivas, they call it Zachen Le Adam, Zachen Me Adam. The Parshas Chus is only I can be Zeicha. Zeicha means acquire for you. But to take something from you, you need shlichus. That's how he answers the stira between the Gemara and the Metzia and the Gemara and Nedarim. You have a few minutes, you have about 5 minutes till the next year. Thank you very much for treating me to learn with you this exercise, and have a wonderful day, and much learning. And thank you. Bye-bye. Could someone come in to shut the computer, please? I don't know how to get the arrow to end stream. Get the arrows here. How do you do that?
You should move it. But it has to be on this side. You should move it.
Okay, thank you.
I'll leave.